favorite city, Austin, Texas, right now.
Yeah, what's with Austin, Texas? I mean, it's like through the years, the question mark is bigger in my over my head
Yeah.
because I had so many chances to confirm that for some reason what I do works in Austin, Texas better than anywhere else in the world, and I will never know why. I will never know why.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so excited to talk to you about this movie because it's so good, and we wouldn't expect anything less. So we always expect a great adventure from you, and you got to be excited to bring this out to the world because it hits on so many different levels. And I know
Yeah.
you've gotten some taste of how audiences are feeling, but now you're getting the really good feedback from people, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. I have to confess that the feeling that I get from commercial release is for me is and this is really intriguing because you never know why this happens, but the very first initial reaction in festivals where I just read some kind of conflicted reactions to the film, the very first ones, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? What have I done? What the hell? And the movie landed slowly, and now it's getting better and better. I don't know why this happens. I mean, if it's like the way a movie reacts to people.
Mhm.
Sorry, the way people react to a movie can be really dependent on of the context in which the movie is shown, in ways that you can perceive but never understand.
Absolutely. And of course, this one it's hard to explain to people, right? Without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
What do you usually say?
yeah. You know what? Because we filmmakers, we are also audience members. Like, you know that the kind of things that they tell us when they are like, okay, you have to decide whether your movies are for yourself or for the audience, and I'm always like, but I'm also the audience. I mean, I cannot separate myself from the audience. If I had to put myself away from the audience when I talk to them, you know what that means? That means I'm lying. That means like, okay, I hope you like this because I'm just out of this. Like, I'm just trying to. It's like cooking a plate that you have never tasted. Like, there's no way I can separate myself from the audience. And the thing that I love the most when I go to the movies is just the feeling of constant discovery. Like okay, I'm not going to when you go to watch a movie, and instead of like the movie showing that the path that we're following is exactly the path that you are assuming the movie is going to take. Like movies as a ritual in which everything happens in the same order. I can enjoy that, but I love the movies when I feel lost as an audience member. Like when I
Mhm.
go to the theater and I feel like I have no map anymore on my hands, and the movie's taking me to a place that I have no idea um, where it's going to. When I lose the chance to anticipate what the hell is going on in the third act. That is what I like the most, and that is why I make the movies this way, so the people can feel the way I feel when I having a lot of fun at the movies.
Yeah, well, it is a whole lot of fun and it's full of surprises. And, of course, like I said, we come to expect that from you. But also, in a leading man, Henry is fantastic, which
Oh,
we knew. But how did you know he was the right guy for this, though? Because this is very different for him.
let me be honest. I'm not part of that 1% of filmmakers who have the power to decide who is making the movie. I am part of the bigger group of filmmakers who just hope things to go right with no
Yeah.
way to. Yeah, it's like I not I normally have no idea what's coming next after each film. Like each movie is putting you in this mysterious place where you don't know what's coming afterwards.
Hmm.
So when I go through grief myself, when I go through depression myself, and I feel the urge to write about the feelings that I'm having right at that time, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to write about this this spectacular grief that I'm going through, and I want to tell a story in which everything gets told in this sci-fi funny way, with jokes and whatnot. And then you finish the script and you put it like in a bottle and you throw it in the sea, and you're like, okay, I hope something happens. And then one day I get the call from Henry Golding team, like saying, okay, he's intrigued by the character. He may like to talk to you about it. And I'm like, oh wow, are you telling me that Henry Golding is maybe stepping out of his comfort zone in order to make this character, who is at the same time the protagonist and the antagonist? He becomes the antagonist somehow, and he has this confidence in myself at directing the whole thing. It's just like, okay, my God, I love it. If you see my previous films, I love to put actors out of the comfort zones.
Yes.
The actor from Time Crimes, the guy who plays three characters in Time Crimes, he's a comedian in Spain, and
Yeah.
he's not playing a single joke in the film. That's, I mean, I feel the luckiest human being on earth when these kind of
Yeah.
things happen to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, and of course, people look up to what you're doing, and they've been, looking at your films for years and going, "See, I want to do that. I want to tell interesting stories that get to people." So, what kind of advice do you give to filmmakers that want to tell great stories like you do?
You mean the advice?
Yes. Hmm.
Oh, yeah, yes, I have an advice that. Sorry, yes, I have an advice. I have an advice that, for me, is the first one, and sometimes you are like, the way you are educated by
Hmm.
teachers and books and other filmmakers' experiences is that you have to fight for your film. Like your film is immutable, and you have to find the right people and the right cast and the right time and the right money. And I always say, okay, you have to be clever. You have to be talented and clever enough so you can be a tailor, so you can adjust the script to what's happening around you. And that is, for me, the most useful thing that I ever learned. The short film that gave me the fame necessary in order to make feature films, 7:35 in the morning. I made that short film and got an Oscar nominee.
Yes.
And I wrote that film because I wanted to write something that could be done with 12,000 euros, like that limited budget. I wrote
Hmm.
something that could be shot in 2 days in a coffee place. Um, if I wasn't smart enough, if I wanted to write something and try to mold it and try to adapt reality into my thing, I
Hmm.
probably would have failed. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it in a proper way. I could have gotten tired of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, this movie, Daniela Forever, is about this British DJ that is lost in Madrid, and he is not able to appreciate the beauty in the city. And then he meets an Italian girl that is lost in a different way. She's in a really worse situation than him. But contrary to him, she's able to see the beauty around. She's kind of opening his eyes. Come on, that is so specific it feels almost like uncanny that I got an Italian actress and a UK beautiful guy, handsome guy, and if it feels like a great coincidence, it's because I was able to go back to the script and act like a tailor and adjust everything. So it was easy to shoot in Madrid with these people. So
Yeah.
that is the most important piece of advice that I can tell to anybody.
Yeah.
Just don't transform reality in order to adapt to your dress. Just transform your dress.
Hmm. I love it. Well, also part of it is your mindset, and I know that you see things differently than a lot of people. What do you keep in mind that kind of keeps you on the right path the whole way through. Because I mean, it's tough making a film. It's hard on you to do it.
Yeah. You mean you mean about what do you mean exactly? Like the creative process, like when you're
Yeah, is there something you tell yourself or something that you keep in mind that kind of keeps your singular vision to get this done?
okay. Anytime that your your path bifurcates, every time that you have two choices to in front of you, every time that you can, it's like the every time that you face a page in this choose your own adventure book in which you have to, like two or three choices, it's difficult to guess which is the correct one.
Mhm.
My lesson here is choose the one that feels more sincere.
Mhm.
Is that, I mean, choose the one that feels like the real thing, the real thing coming from you, like the thing that represents your truth, like who you are, even if that exposes things about you that you don't like to talk about, but
Mhm.
everything that feels closer to a real thing, that is the best one.
Yeah. There's a lot that people could take away from this film. What is it that you're hoping that people will think about, talk about, discuss? Because it's impossible not to discuss with somebody.
Oh, I'm happy with people discussing, for example, we let me tell you this. I'm happy with, for example, people having different opinions of the ending.
Mhm.
To me, a movie that that triggers a discussion afterwards is a movie that stays alive for
Yes.
longer, and that for me is way better. Is way more desirable than a movie that just gets some clappings and everybody loves it and that's it. I want movies to be alive, and the best way to for a movie to be alive is through confrontation and through questioning and discussion. That's all I can ask for. Uh, that's the best I can ask for when I consider myself, when I expect my movies to survive against time, like being discussed. That is the best.
Yeah.
And I don't
Well,
and I
this one.
don't I don't care about what the topic is discussed. I'm just happy that they are discussed.
Yeah. Well, this one will definitely be discussed for a long time. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for making it. We really appreciate your time, the great answers. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Hopefully, we'll get you back here in Austin soon.
Okay, great.